Alright, we are heading into the galley on deck 4. Morning. Wow. This is like immaculate. That big table that we passed on the way down halfway.
That's the chef's table.
That is the chef's table. Yeah. Okay, yes, I thought so.
Yeah.
Gotta move down a little bit.
Alright, so welcome in. This is our only dirty area that you will find in the kitchen. Alright? So once your waiter enters the kitchen, if he comes into the galley here for 100 times, for example for dinner, he has to then drop off his dirty stuff. Then he go all the way down to the handwash sink, he washes that and sanitizes his trolley. Alright, and that's like 100 times for the night. Once he enters the galley, he or she has to wash it. Alright? At the moment, the tool that we have in the galley tools, so they're pretty much flexible to come around. You are on camera, as you can see here, and every waiter, every assistant waiter has a number. So if you come in the kitchen and you does not wash your hands, alright, it's like you playing football. You have 2 yellow plus a red, and in the evening, you will be told off by the chef and the RM, okay? Why you didn't wash your hand, you have to give a valid reason, and you will be held accountable for it, alright? So this is our dishwash machine. You can see how small it is, right? Yeah. When completely full, it can hold like 250 plates at the same time, alright? Wow. And it's actually on a belt, so it's constantly running. I guarantee you, if you write your name on one plate, from about 5 o'clock in the evening until about 1 o'clock in the morning, when the galley actually stops, okay, that very same plate will be washed more than 100 times. Wow. So that just to show you the intent. And we have roughly about 16,000 plates in operation.
16,000 plates.
Yeah,
oh
how much that plate will be washed and gone over and everything like that. We have a 4-cycle. Wash, rinse, sanitize, and final rinse. Alright? The wash is 140 degrees. Our final rinse, 180 degrees. So, in real life, we have to use rubber gloves in order to take off the plate. Bacteria can only survive at 139 degrees and below. So from the beginning, we're already above our standard where the wash is actually fine. So the final rinse up to 180 degrees. Alright? This little machine here, I know everybody anxious where all the leftover food goes to. Okay? This we call the pulp pot. Alright? The simplest way to explain this machine, it's like your own blender at home or your smoothie. Right? So all the leftover food goes into this machine here. It's actually blended. Alright? That which cannot be grinded anymore. Okay? It's sifted out, squeezed, and goes to our engine control room, in our scenery room, sorry, and that is boiled in our scenery room. Alright? The liquid which goes into the water, same like your blender. Yeah, that goes all the way down to our engine control room, and it has been treated on board the ship itself. Alright? After being treated, it has been proven by United States Public Health, it's actually drinkable. Yeah. But of course, we do not give you or us to drink. We have 16 of you here. Just imagine, we have 109 waiters and 109 assistant waiters coming into the kitchen at the same time. Please down a little bit so everybody will be in. Anyone else missing? So this is actually the cheese that they are prepping, all the cheese plate. We do prep the cheese in advance because it takes a longer time to prep. Roughly, we are doing how many cheese plates on this deck alone? 800. About 800 cheese plates on this deck alone, alright? And we have all 3 decks. So just imagine how much she will be prepping cheese. This is our pantry, so all your Caesar salad or the shrimp cocktail and everything are made here in this table, alright? From the time your waiter enters the kitchen, okay, he land off all his dirty stuff, he watches that, come around, he start picking up maybe a shrimp cocktail, Caesar salad, until his escargot or the soup he or she has 3 minutes to complete their order. All right? If they finish their last order and they go 3 minutes 1 second, I'm sorry, you get the red light, the chef thermometer, bump out. So therefore, you have to throw away everything and start all over again. All right? So that's just to show you how intense it is. How the chef himself has about 35 minutes for the main course period to finish 2,500 main course per setting. So they have within 35 minutes to complete all of that main courses, and that's on all 3 days that we do have. So when dinner time is very intense and everything. I know you're wondering, we have the blue scarf. When you go around, you will see the yellow. Have your camera ready? Ready. Ease up a little bit so everybody can be in. You have your camera? Point there, point there. That's 36 bread rolls.
Oh my God.
Ease down a little bit so mom can get a view. Yeah, calm down. So you see here again, huh? We did, let's check the seconds. 72 bread rolls in less than 30 seconds.
Wow.
So,
That's crazy.
the tribute question is, how many bread rolls per day? 5,000. 5,000? Anyone else?
12.
8,000? Me?
Well,
8 times 2 make how many?
16.
16. Roughly, we are doing 16,000 bread rolls every single day. Alright? And remember, we are doing donuts, we are doing cinnamon rolls and everything. So roughly, with this cruise, we are doing about 20,000 with bread rolls and cinnamon and everything. So we are doing about 20 every single day. Alright? So you can imagine, there's 14. Alright? 4 team in the bakery, 4 in the, sorry, 4, 2 shifts, 4 on each team. So 1 in the night, 1 in the day. Alright? This is our mixer here. So right now, as he's doing one side here, we mixing the bread on the other side here. Alright? Roughly about 15 to 1600 pounds of flour every day. I'll be made on this area here. So you guys are doing an amazing job. Alright? When it comes to our food. So remember I mentioned to you about the star, right? We have the yellow, we have the red, and the blue. Alright? Each station, like the bakery, that was the pantry, you have a red scarf and a blue and a yellow over there. So he's the head of the station. He basically makes sure that everything in this station here is up to par. So he does all the ordering of the flour, the yeast, and everything like that. He makes sure that everything is there. The blue scarf are his assistant, okay? And the yellow, that's the baby of Royal Caribbean, all right? We call them the baby. So even though you go to culinary school and everything like that, you does not consider a cook until you finish all our knife handling skill, all our training and everything on board the ship itself. He now has from this contract to the you see here, right? The red line. Red meaning stop. Okay? So every waiter, after you finish washing your hands, you enter in for the main course, for example. You cannot join the line straight away because there will be waiters here. Alright? You have to first go all the way around and you start to join the line from that side. Like I mentioned to you, we have 109 waiters and 109 assistant waiters, plus 150 coming into the kitchen at the same time. So you can see how intense it is, yeah? So the chef will be here, waiter number 1, coming in, he take his ticket here. Okay, you have 10 steak, all right? 2 medium, 4 medium well, and 6 MR. That's the time we start putting everything on the grill and we start cooking, okay? And then, when you pick up your last steak, to the very end, which is going to be like a fish line, you have 3 minutes to complete everything. Alright? So that just to show you how intense it is and everything like that. You can ease down a little bit so everybody can see here.
Oh, it is crazy. It's amazing how I'll say regimented it is.
Yeah.
Really. I mean,
You want to come?
I don't know what other word to use.
Let him pass you a little bit here. Morning. What's that?
Looks like you need a new red line.
Yeah. It's actually painted, so it's easy to get. Remember, we're scrubbing the floor and everything like that. So this is our pot wash. Remember, we went to the glass. Over there, it's machine. Here, it's manual. And again, if you wash it like for this morning, breakfast, the fried eggs and the omelette pan, to wash alone, before the breakfast finish, you will wash more than those pan more than 100 times, guaranteed. And the guy has about 12 pans each for just juggling the eggs. So which meal period you think is the hardest one to solve? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Breakfast. Breakfast is the most difficult meal to solve. I know a lot of people will think, oh, it's dinner? No. When I'm doing training from assistant waiter to waiter, I never focus on dinner. If you can come to breakfast, okay, you can do dinner, lunch and dinner evening. There's 16 of you here. I guarantee you, for breakfast this morning, at least 12 of you have omelette, 12 of you, about 4 have fried eggs, okay? And everybody order are different. So just imagine how intense and everything like that it is when it comes to breakfast. So here, what he's doing now, this is for tonight, the jerk chicken. Okay, he's marking the chicken and then he put back into the leg. So then later on tonight, when you order the chicken, that's the time you're going to put in the oven and do the cold cooking of it. Alright? So this they already marinated everything overnight. We call jerk meaning overnight. So you spice up and everything. Alright?
Grilling it, and then they'll put it in the oven later.
We have it tonight. When he's prepping now, he's actually on the way. If we have smoke, and we do have
give me that.
seafood, we can separate it everything. Alright?
I'll hold it for you. Okay.
By the time tomorrow, all we do is ready to cook it and everything like that. So that's how we, after one period, we start thinking ahead of everything else. So that's how everything is. So we have the juice station, we're going to have the coffee station. How many gallons of coffee per day?
Gallons of coffee.
How many?
1,000.
1,000? Man, you have to count not too much like that. We're doing like 600 to 500 gallon of coffee on a day-to-day basis. Alright? And soups. Soup.
That's a soup lady.
There's a soup lady. Roughly about 400 to 600 gallon of soup on a day-to-day basis.
Per day.
So this is our bar also. When your assistant waiter take the order, again, first in, first out. She only write the beauty. We have the mixologist and the wine sommelier will be doing the mixing of the drinks, and of course the sommelier will be pouring the wine and all this sort of thing. So again, in and out, in and out. These little cabinets here, we call them the auto shop. They actually get to hold like prime rib. How long a medium prime rib take to cook? 1 minute? Medium prime rib? No, a medium prime rib takes 3 hours to cook. Yeah. Alright? A well-done prime rib takes 5 hours. So those are the only items that we will cook in advance, alright? Because it's slow cooked at a very low temperature. So what we normally do, we go back to 4 cruises, alright? And you divide it by 4. So if, for example, we have about this cruise, at the beginning of the cruise, we have like say 1,200 medium. So we go back like 3 cruises at this cruise, and we multiply all those 1,200, okay? and then we divide it by 4, so we have a rough estimate of how many prime rib or medium, or how many medium rare and everything to be prepared. Alright? Day after tomorrow, when we get in New Jersey, we will be starting our 9-day cruise. Those 40-footers containers, yeah, we take about 33 of those with food and drinks, and that's going to last for the next 9 days cruise. Alright? So it shows how much food we have to get on food and drinks and everything. We always have to be planning roughly about 1 month in advance to get all the stuff on board itself. We does not take food from any port of call. The reason being, anyone get that? What's that? Quality control and again, healthy. I remember I was on the Vision of the Seas, and that's before COVID. We went into Kosovo and we ran out of planting, and we take planting there, and some of the guests get sick because there was fungus growing on top of the planting. So that's one of the reasons why we does not take food from any at all. Like in New Jersey, our home port, we call it our home port. So whatever port we start with the cruise, we will. And they'll start like USA, in the US. I remember the cruise before, we were in Boston and we had to.
We're now on deck 5 kitchen to see what this is like.
Ease down a little bit so everybody can be in.
Try to come this way a little bit.
Yeah, come down that side. Mommy, you're full of energy. You make it up the stairs fast, eh? So where are we now?
Galley 5.
Galley 5, room service. All right? So this is our room service. Now we are in full operation. But when you go around, you will not see any food sitting and lying around. Why? Because the chef don't know what he's cooking for. All right? So each time you order room service, we have the telephone operator will be inside. He or she will be taking your order and they punch into the system, same like I show you. And then it will feed all the way around. When we go around, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. The first morning, yeah, I know we get in port and you come into the dining room and you say, oh, there's lots of empty table, but we have a line. Why do we have a line? Okay? What happened that morning? About 1,200 guests decide to order room service. So what we have to do, take half the staff from the dining room and bring to the room service to get all the food out from the dining room. So wherever it get busy, that's where we're gonna allocate the staff. This is basically our buffet station. All the sandwiches are made here. So we have the sandwich girls. Alright, what time is it start? 8 in the morning until 8 in the night. We have a 12-hour shift. They will be just making sandwiches for the whole day. Alright? And I guarantee you, they will be doing like more than 2,400 sandwiches every single day. Alright? That's how it goes there. They will be doing all the prepping. Again, they take all the bread from the bakery, they bring up here, and they do all the baking and everything like that. We have all the fridges. This is what we call the chill blaster. In case anything comes from the provision and it's not up to temperature, we put it in the chiller and we bring it all the way right up to the chiller within 2 minutes. Alright, so a little bit.
Whoa, that's hot.
So now we started to cooking a little bit of food, right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah? So what happened? You can feel, I see you fanning already. So just imagine when in full operation, how hot and how intense the galley can be. Alright? If you put it on here, you will feel the steam. Alright? Now the chef start marking the steak and everything because we start cooking food already and everything. We start prepping. So therefore this is how the galley gonna be in full operation. If you have a peep here, you won't see anything behind the line because the chef does not know what he's cooking, so he's not cooking anything. And remember, after this, you having your lunch going full. So unless he sees everything on the screen here, which the screen still says.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, good morning.
I know you're hot already, right? You feel better.
She should be used to it. She's our cook.
Yeah. Oh.
I still do. It's very hot.
It is hot and it's not steaming yet. So
Yeah.
just imagine when full operation, like dinner time in particular, when you have everything up. Because remember, from the last food hit in the galley, it has to leave from the kitchen with 160 degrees. By the time the waiters serve the food to you, it should be 145 to 150 degrees. All right. So as we leave from the galley, it's of course it's gonna drop. All right. So the tribute question for the day: how many eggs per day?
Oh,
How many what? Eggs per day. 10,000.
Well, it's got to be more than rolls,
It's
right?
gotta be more than 10,000. Remember,
25,000.
25 times 2.
Yeah.
So roughly we're doing about 50,000 eggs a day. All right?
A day.
Remember, we have the crew to feed also. We have 1,300 crew members
Elbows
plus
down.
you, our guests. One omelette takes about 3 eggs. Yeah, plus the fried egg is 2. All right? And all our desserts are made on board the ship. So we have to use the eggs for the dessert. Plus when you're doing like the breading of